Good morning everybody. Today is the day of the Painshill Park Santa Fun Run, which has been organised by the Princess Alice Hospice. It's their aim, I believe, to raise over 20,000 for today's event alone, and that just goes to support families who are suffering with illness and bereavement, and that's part of what they do as an organisation. I will put a link below so you can just get a feel for who they are and what they are all about. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going with my family. I've got my two young nephews, my sister and my mum, and we're all just going to go and have a great time. It's my understanding that with the ticket price, you are provided with a Santa suit. However, because I'm always kind of a little bit anxious about the fact that perhaps you won't get given one, first I'm wearing red, that's as festive as I can get right now. And I've also got myself a backup suit, just in case it is required. So I will do my very best to vlog for today some of the race events. It's actually quite gloomy outside, so I'm hoping that it cheers up a little bit. The great news is that it is not going to rain according to the weather, but that is changing on a day-to-day basis, hour by hour in fact. So it should be a really good day, should be really good fun. I'm not going to run the race to try and get a PB. It's a 5k distance. I'm just going to enjoy it with my family, and we're just going to have a good time and then get some food afterwards and just have a Sunday family day. I'm really looking forward to it. So here's to it. Just arriving at my family's. Definitely no filter on this. It's a pretty grey and gloomy affair out there. Looks like it's going to be more or less like this all day, but hopefully dry. There's a little bit of drizzle in the air, but it's not due to rain as such. So just going to wait for everybody to get here, and then we're going to set off, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm wearing my Brooks Caldera kind of trail-ish shoes, just because I know that the route itself, whilst it's not across terrain necessarily, the surface is normally, what I remember of it, that kind of compacted sand, gravelly. I mean, it's a beautiful sort of estate, so it's walkable, but we're not talking about tarmac road or anything like that. So that's my choice of clothing for today. Okay, so we've arrived, and yeah, just getting ourselves out of the car park, ready to go and collect our suits. doing the run. We're there. Done our first loop. Looping again. The rain is coming down pretty hard now. Woo! Walked the first K, now jogging off the remainder of the course. Race finished, just walking back to the car now, and yeah, I'll do a bit of analysis when I get home of the event itself, but I think I'm going to grab some food first of all. So, back from the Santa Fun Run, let's do kind of a little recap and analysis of how the day turned out and kind of what went on there. As we arrived, it started to rain. Of course it started to rain, so I quickly checked my weather app, and yeah, we were set for 2 hours of rain, drizzle. So that was completely unavoidable, nothing we could do about that except just to roll with it. We did indeed receive our Santa suits, which were that really, really thin material that is highly fluffy. So all of my clothes, which majority of them were black, are just covered now in red fabric, whatever it might be. So we did sort of a very, very brief warm-up. It was, I say, relatively well organised. You knew where to go, but there was that moment at 10 o'clock when it was supposed to start where it just wasn't quite seamless. And even to line up, we walked towards towards what we thought was a start line, facing, let's say, forwards, but then we had to walk over it and turn ourselves around to face the other way. So that was a bit peculiar, that we kind of went one way and had to turn around to then start the race. Anyway, I ran with my oldest nephew. He's 7. He wanted to do a little bit of jogging at the start, so we were right at the very back, at the back of everybody. It had been said there were 500 people there, but it didn't feel like 500 to me. It felt closer to 2. So I'm not entirely sure how that number of 5 came about. But anyway, we're at the back, and you'll see some of the footage. We were just jogging along when he wanted to. I was never aiming to run by myself, because that's not what the event's about. And then after, just before 2K, my rest of my family caught up, and they just said, look, we'll hang back, you run ahead and just go for it. So I don't think it's necessarily appropriate at kind of events like that, where it's all about running in memory of somebody or for a cause, that you're trying to go out and do a PB. It just feels odd. It feels wrong. There's no medal. There's no real reason to do it unless you just want to do it for yourself. But I don't know. I just felt a bit uncomfortable actually even doing the bit of running that I did. So I set off. Was running around 5 minutes per kilometre pace. Really nice grounds to run in. So I enjoyed that aspect of it. If I'd run flat out from the start, could I have won? I don't know, possibly something in a fruit bar. Could I have won? Possibly, but it's not about winning at those sorts of events anyway. It was good though, so it was good fun. Towards the end, really supportive people, great marshals, all volunteers. And actually, if I wanted to go back there to run in those grounds, I think it's about £7 or £8. I can't quite remember. I think I did a photo or something at the very start. So it's not a lot of money, really, if you decided that you were going to... Oh, sorry, I was coughing there. So it's not a lot of money if you decided that you were going to run for quite a distance for the day. If I was doing, let's say, a half marathon distance, I might choose to do it there. There are sections which are flat, sections which are hillier, and you can actually adapt your route as required. So from that point of view, it kind of gave me a lot of thinking time about how I could best use that facility if I wanted to. And it's only about 10 minutes drive away from where I live. So all in all, a really fun day. We had some great food afterwards. I treated the family, went to a restaurant called Figo or Fago, Fego, and just phenomenal food, absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, as a race, as an event, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I know there's another one coming up. I think they've got 3 in total. If you have Santa fun runs around by where you live, I strongly recommend it. It's just a good feeling there. Great atmosphere, great people. And so yeah, that was my day's achievement, I suppose. It was nice to be able to just kind of get out and run and have a little bit of fun. And it's the first time I've actually run around other runners, which sounds a bit odd, I suppose, but up until this point when I've been running, it's never been with anybody else. There's never been anybody with me or anything like that. So to be running alongside others and sort of overtake them and feel that pace and get a sense of where I fit in, I suppose, in the community, that was quite interesting for me, because a lot of people were turning up this morning in some serious running gear. I mean, these, I guess, over the top probably, shoes, the outfits, and I thought we're on for some pretty sharp running. If these people set off, as I expect they probably will. There was not a pacer, but there was somebody at the front from the event crew who was on a bike, and I didn't even see those people again, so I'm not really sure what they did, because they didn't seem to be at the finish line when I came across it. Anyway, that wraps up for today, and what I will also do is tomorrow I'll give you a little flavour of some of the things that I got, not on Black Friday, but in Black Friday run-up sales. So I'll give you an idea of kind of things I bought for my running then. Thanks for tuning in, as always, and I will chat to you soon.